Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Chaotic Knight Network. We are here today for our Legacies of War, the General's Journey segment. If you're just tuning in for the first time, what we're doing is we're taking a group of gamers, and over the course of 6 months, we are building a 1,500 point fully painted army. For Age of Sigmar, it's 500 points every other month, and for Warhammer 40k, we're doing 250 points every month. I'm Chaos.
Denoctum.
And we are here to talk a little bit about our armies really quick, and then we're going to start bringing in our different generals, and we're going to start, I think, by talking about Age of Sigmar.
Okay.
So what did you bring to the board with Age of Sigmar?
I'm bringing Eineth Deepkin. I think in our original broadcast I was playing Sylvaneth,
Yeah.
but I decided to switch. I think after our conversation we had on one of our Tuesday night shows, I wanted to paint those guys, and I liked them, so I've really got into the painting side of those guys. I haven't actually played any games with them yet. I think we're still a month out on that.
Supposed to get one a month still.
Oh, okay. I'm fired then. So I won't. I'm about to play a game with them today. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right after this, so I'm actually gonna jet out as soon as I'm done, so I can get that game in, and then. But really liking them, having a lot of fun painting them. They seem to be a good army. I've only played them a couple of times, but it was a lot of fun.
And we have pictures on our website already
Yeah.
of the first month painted models, and so
Not for Sigmar yet.
Oh, not for Sigmar.
No,
oh, that's
we
right.
haven't taken any yet.
That's right, because they have 2 months to get them done.
We should put ours up though, because I think we have models done.
3 away.
Okay,
I'm
I'm done.
done.
I'm done
I'm
with my
almost done.
500 points.
I'll have
so
2 of them done tonight.
I am ready to have those pictures, and so we'll get those up. That is coming very shortly, but on the 40K side, because we're going to do both right now, and then
Yeah.
we'll just shift gears to 40K. On the 40K side, those are up on the website.
Those are on the website.
Yeah.
And since you have a game to get to too, so what?
Yes.
Tell us about your 40k army.
So 40K army, I'm playing Ynnari, and my first month 250 points was the Vicearch and a unit of Harlequins, 6 Harlequins with Harlequins Kisses and Shuriken pistols.
How did you?
I played 2 games. The army's very finessey. For those of you who have played those Eldar or Ynnari or Dark Eldar races, you have to be pretty finessey. And when you only have 250 points, you don't have a lot of your finesse. So my first game I played, there was 2 units of Space Marines on the other side of the Lieutenant, and I just can't get through the guns. There's just too many shots, and they shoot too far. And I probably played it wrong, but I got annihilated by Imperial Fist, I think. Is that what it was? Imperial Fist, it wasn't really close.
And you played Space Wolves this morning, right?
I played Space Wolves this morning. That went better, but tactically, I think I was smarter. And then also, his army of 250 points is very similar to mine, and my guys move faster, so they were able to finesse into the battle. It was still really close. I think I only had 2 models left when we were all said and done, and he had his hero left. So it was. They're kind of fun battles for that. I mean, literally we were done in like 7 minutes, but it's 250 points, so it's not that much. But it's been a lot of fun, and it is painted. Those are up on the website. You can check them out. What are you doing for 40K?
Okay, so my 40k army is Death Guard, and I only have 6 Marines and Malignant Plaguecaster as my. And I got to play 1 game. I got to play against Lane's Tzeentch Demons, which is a really, really rough list at 250 points.
No offense, but Tzeentch Demons are rough. But okay.
And like the conclusion I came to was I need more bodies on the ground.
At 250 points, are we letting him have all 9 Fate Dice?
That's Age of Sigmar. 40k.
Oh, sorry. We'll get back to you on Age.
So we played our game, and like it was attrition. But like if he loses a Pink Horror and I lose a Plague Marine, I'm out more points, you know.
Right.
And I ended up. I was on my back foot most of the game. I ended up pulling out really close. I lost the game, but at the end of the game, all he had left was his general with 2 wounds left on him. So I mean, that's how close it was. Like we just wiped each other's forces out. His general was half dead.
Well, that's good because he's been annihilating. I think everybody he's played. Yeah.
And then I got it in. So I decided I need more bodies. So going into next month with my plague marines, I'm adding like 15 Poxwalkers to kind of get some screen out there. And I'm adding in the 7th Marine for that unit, and I'm adding in one of the Foetid Bloat drones.
Oh, those are tough.
Those are tough.
Love those things.
And so that'll bring me to 500 points. I think exactly at that point of that list. And then Age of Sigmar, I'm doing Night Haunts. I got to play my first game with Night Haunts ever. Lost that one too. and but I played against Matt's Fire Slayers, and once again it was an attrition fest. His army crossed the board in one turn. I didn't
Wow.
expect that with dwarves, and so they crossed the board in one turn. I would have, if I'd known they were that quick, I would have deployed differently and set up a little differently. At the end of the day, he ended up wiping out my forces. I killed his unit. He had a unit of 10 guys. They have 2 wounds each now, though, the new Fire Slayers. That's 20 wounds you got to get through.
Well, he took a dragon too.
And then he took a Magnadroth with his hero on it, and I managed to strip off 9 of its 14 wounds. So I felt like I gave him a fight still. He had known he had been in a battle.
It's so hard to balance anything at those low
I haven't
levels,
decided.
but...
I got a month still to decide what exactly I'm bringing for my next bit. But I'm really, really leaning Black Coach right now. That's some extra punch.
You can never go wrong with a Black Coach. I think I have to play that today.
The thing is, I have
play against that today.
I want to, and I also think I need bigger units. So I have 2 units of Grimghast Reapers built. One 10-man unit is in my army already, and I was going to add another 10-man. But I think what I might have to do is if I can find an extra scythe bit and convert the bell guy to a scythe.
I might have some.
And then make it a 20-strong unit instead. I think that would be really good. It'd be a really good way to go. So.
All right, sweet. So I'm gonna get to my game. We're gonna bring on somebody else.
We're gonna bring on one of our other
check it
generals.
out. We'll talk about that on Tuesday.
That
How
sounds
great
great
it was and how bad I beat the other guys. It's actually a 4-player game. So, all right, we will see you next time.
All right. Yeah, come on over.
How's it going, Chris?
Just good. Just talking about the person who smashed my army.
Well, I want to add in a couple details there. I actually forgot to use my runes.
Yeah.
The allegiance ability runes, and I forgot that my guys are berserkers, and I can activate them to start swinging back when they die. So rematch.
Yeah.
I don't care. 5 Black Coaches.
Well, I'll say I've learned from our game, so we'll see if it plays out the same.
I actually had probably the most fun playing that little game that I did have in a long time.
Nice.
I just felt connected to the game. It wasn't just another game.
Yeah.
You know, I put in a lot of effort. It's 99.9% done.
Yeah.
Just need to put some jungle plants on there.
Right. Yours is a Realm of Beast themed army, right?
They got lost in the jungle and they started just kind of living with it.
Nice.
So I'm going to keep going with that, all 1,500 points.
They're very brightly colored. We'll be getting photos in a few weeks and put them on the website when we wrap up the 2-month mark for Age of Sigmar. And they look great. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I know I had like 3 models that weren't painted, but I mean, first time putting the Night Haunts out there, seeing them painted too. It's cool to see painted models on the board and playing the game. And it was a fun game.
It was. I was really surprised to see how fast I can move as well.
Fire Slayers got buffed.
You look at that 4-inch movement on the wheel, on the stat wheel, and you're like, and then they're charging like 20 inches. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts. It was because they get a speed boost of some kind, didn't they? Like
it was the Vorstag or Vostag.
So turn 1, they get like a boost to their movement.
It's an automatic 6 inches if they run.
That's what it was.
The command trait was at the start of the movement phase. If there's a unit within 12 inches, I believe, then they can move and charge after running.
So
we're looking at
1 second production. So volume, if we need to adjust volume on the little box next to your hand there with all the lights on it, there's a knob. You just need to turn it up a little bit. You need, which mic is being affected? Do you know? Okay, we can turn them both up a little bit then. Just turn the knob up a little bit. Thanks, chat. We appreciate it. Our normal production team is actually on vacation right now. That's why we're a little late today, because they know how to do things way better than we do. So, all right. So, are you liking your choice then? Are Fire Slayers?
Oh yeah,
living up to your expectations?
I liked it the minute I started. Like I said in our first interview, I've always wanted to play Slayers. And now I'm doing it.
Good.
And it's more fun than I imagined it would be.
Well, your color scheme's a lot of fun. You were fun to play against. I'm looking forward to it. We'll have to play again. We got another month. We got to get another game in so we can talk about it. And then, have you decided already what you're going to add for your next part, or are you still working on it?
It's a surprise, but it's going to be fun.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that next month then.
Sounds good.
Well, thanks, Matt.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Who is our next general here?
It is I.
If you guys have been paying attention to our battle reports, Sean here should be no stranger to you. You've been playing Stormcast in our battle reports.
Yep.
But what are you playing for General's Journey?
Hedonize of Slaanesh.
That's about as far from Stormcast as you can get.
It is, and that's why I chose it. That's why I chose it. It's just a different play style. I've only gotten to play one game. I played against Nighthaunt, not yours. Unfortunately, I wanted to play against you. I just haven't had time. It was interesting playing two armies with a lot of models on the board at 500 points. You know, when you have 2 units of 20 on the board, and at 500 points, that's kind of interesting. What I really like, since being a Stormcast player, Stormcast, all of your infantry units are pretty slow.
Yeah.
And they can't do anything if they run. So if you get them across the board, they're kind of stuck there. Slaanesh can get into combat super, super quick, and it's awesome.
Nice.
Really enjoyed that. It was kind of a nice little surprise to be able to run and then charge across the board basically in a small game and hit my opponent first turn.
Wow. Okay.
Which was cool. It is clear to me now after playing that I am going to have to buy quite a bit more models than I thought, because I will be able to summon quite a bit more models than I thought.
All right.
And I like
Well,
that.
as a local game store owner, I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was super interesting. Summoning is something obviously I've not done much of a Stormcast at all, and playing demons now, it's super cool to see what I can bring onto the board. And then after playing against you and seeing how many units you're able to summon in your Nurgle army, it's like, wow, that's a powerful thing, and I want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, those mechanics are really good.
Yeah.
So you're liking the army so far, then?
I am. I'm having a blast painting it. I am going faster. Not much, but I am going faster than I normally do. I've kind of settled into a scheme that works real well. It's not too complicated. That still allows me to throw highlights on the models, which I like. I want my models to have highlights and kind of pop.
Right.
So I should be wrapping up my second unit of Demonettes tonight, which would actually complete the 20 for the first 500 points.
Okay.
They weren't painted for the game.
Okay.
But I'll be wrapping those up tonight or tomorrow, and then finishing up my Seekers, and then I should have, in the next week or two, my whole 500 points finished, painted.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Very
now
nice.
That's a really high goal. But
it's rough. I mean, 500 points in 2 months even. I mean, you got to put the effort in. You got to make the time and paint your models. I mean, contrast paints aside, I mean they speed things up if you're using them, but it still just takes time.
Yeah, and I like I said at the very beginning, I'm a slow painter. I pay a lot of attention to detail, and then I kind of get myself into a pickle where, all right, I need to get this done, and then I don't base it anywhere near what I would want to do because I spent way too much time on the model itself.
Right.
So my bases are kind of boring right now, and I might spice them up later. But I like the theme. It looks really good, and it's come along faster. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have your next 500 points planned out yet? You start to map it out?
I believe I do. I kind of bought too much in the beginning, and now I need to use what I've spent money on.
See, that was English, but the words don't make sense when they're used in that order. Bought too much. I don't understand.
I spent a lot of money in the very beginning. Basically, I bought a hero that I wasn't sure I was going to take, nor was I sure I needed below 1,500 points. Or below 1,000, I should say.
Is that the new Demon Prince?
No, I haven't gotten that one yet.
Okay.
It's Sileski, the demon with the demon.
Yeah,
on
he's
top.
a Demon Prince.
Yeah, it is that one.
Okay.
It's a sweet unit. Under 1,000 points, it's a massive chunk of your army. The only benefit to it is it's hard to kill, and it can summon things.
Well, having seen what a Magnadroth does in a small army, he's like a 200 and some point model too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like those models pack some punch though.
Yeah.
I was debating my black coach. Like I was thinking taking the final, and I'm like, people are taking Magnadroths and maybe Demon Princes now. Maybe I have to take a black coach.
Yeah, and I think
stand up to them.
I think I am going to take basically my next 500 points. I'm going to come up short, so I get an extra command point, which I need for summoning. So it's going to be Sileski and another, basically a block of 20 Demonettes.
Okay.
So I'll have two units of 20 Demonettes at 1,000 points.
That's awesome.
And then beyond that, I have not planned because I really want to throw a Keeper of Secrets on the battlefield.
Yeah,
I really do.
Great new miniature. It is fantastic.
It's the model that drew me in to the army just because I wanted to paint it. I looked at it and I was like, that is sick. I really want to paint that. And how do I get there? So I think it may be a little much for 1,500 points. It's a huge block of your points, but it's just got a massive amount of wounds. And if you can deal wounds with it to big stuff and summon things, great.
Cool. Well, I look forward to hearing how your next battle goes, and then we'll have everything locked down for your next 500 absolutely next month, and we'll have pictures up once again. So thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
All
How's it
right.
going?
Hey, Cliff.
Good to see you.
All right. So let's remind the audience. What are you playing in this?
Daughters of Cain.
Daughters of Cain.
Yep, and we took a little nerf with the last General's Handbook.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
But not a big nerf, and probably not as big as some people wanted, so I'm not horribly upset with it.
Did it change your list pretty
That's
dramatically?
Yes.
Okay.
So witch elves were a big part of my list, and they got
a point increase.
They got a point increase, so I had to drop some of them and fill in the gap with some Canary life takers.
Okay.
So I didn't have my list last time we did this. I was
Right.
ill prepared. So I'm doing a Hag Queen on a Cauldron of Blood,
Okay.
10 witch elves now,
Okay.
and 5 Canary life takers.
That still sounds daunting. I mean,
It's still
the cauldron is a big
Yeah.
investment of points.
it is, but
But it provides so much.
it provides a ton. Yeah, and I've kind of spent a lot of time figuring out a painting scheme, and I have gone with more of a drow dark elf. I
Okay.
think it looks pretty cool. You know, I'd really wanted the onyx skin, but I just didn't. They lost some of their feminine characteristics.
Okay.
You know, it was just too much, and so I'm more with the purple. Some of the contrast purples, the
Okay.
stylish purple, I think is the darker
Skyish.
one,
Yeah. Shyish.
Shyish.
Purple. Yeah.
and then the Malagos kind of over top after I've dry brushed them.
Okay.
So the contrast paints, I love them. They aren't saving me a ton of time because I'm still so nitpicky, and
Sure.
so but they've created so many cool combinations, and
I'll tell you, I've been messing around with contrast paints over metallics, and I started using that Shyish purple over like a Army Painter's Plate Mail primer base.
Yeah.
It is a really cool color.
well, and one of the things I'm doing, because Daughters of Cain, they're only kind of ally in the order scheme or the Stormcast,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm giving them Stormcast type daggers. So it's this
Okay.
Grey Knight steel, and I think you kind of first showed me it, so I'm not going to steal your thunder here.
No.
But the Grey Knight steel with the Aethermatic blue,
Yeah.
I'm doing the Aethermatic blue really heavy, so it's really, and then just some highlights to get back with the steel. But
Right.
so they've got these almost like blue lightning type daggers.
That's
you know,
awesome.
It's cool.
That's awesome.
It's so I've used a lot of contrast on them, a lot of base too, but contrast has just become kind of another tool in the belt.
Oh yeah. No, for sure.
I'm digging it. Yeah.
I've
so-
painted so much this last week.
Yeah,
Just messing around with those.
I think I'm
new
painting
paints.
every day. You know, I mean, I look forward to it. I'm excited to try it out.
It's not perfect, but I learned if you use the apothecary white
Yeah.
over a steel base coat, it's almost pearl.
And I like the apothecary
So
white.
there's a trick at home if you want to try that.
I'm doing their hair with the apothecary white, so it fills in the gaps with kind of a gray. It almost gives it a platinum look when you
Right.
go highlight over with like some white scar or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's pretty cool. And I think Daughters of Cain are still going to be really strong.
Yeah.
The point.
Now, have you played a game?
So no, I was supposed to play you last week, and
Yes.
we're adopting a dog right now, a rescue
okay.
dog, and so I was in Missoula last night till like 4:30 in the morning.
That's about a 2-hour drive from here.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And so it was a long process. We got the dog, everything's great with that, but it took a lot of my time this last week.
That's why I got my butt kicked by Fire Slayers. That's right.
Yeah, so next week, maybe
Supposed to
this,
be my butt kicked by Daughters of
I
Cain
was gonna say,
instead.
this coming week, maybe we can have it be Daughters of Cain, yeah. And so,
Cool. Yeah, I should. I'm hoping to have 2 more of my models painted, so I only have 1 unpainted model.
nice. So I've got all the witch elves painted,
Okay.
and the witch elves that are on the cauldron painted,
Okay.
the Hag Queen painted, and so I'm just starting on the cauldron now.
That's a big model, and that's a convoluted model to
It's
paint.
got so much detail, so many different colors,
And
but
it's just such a weird shape. too.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun, and I have a lot of the pieces off. I'm painting them first,
Okay.
and then cementing them on, and then we'll kind of figure it out.
Then you got the.
And then I have the canaries still to paint,
Yeah.
which I think they'll be fun with the contrast, blending those wings.
Yep.
That's one of the things. The transparency of the contrast on skin or like animal stuff. Like I think lizard and seraphim would be a lot of fun to paint.
They are.
You know, you do that something like a blue outer coat. Their underbelly's yellow. Well, you don't have that hard line. You have a natural green kind of tone that
Mhm.
becomes when they hit. And I
Right.
think that's
Especially if you do it while they're still wet.
yeah.
If you wait till it dries, a little less.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. But the transparency is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna
Cool.
play this week.
We'll
and,
definitely get a game in this month for sure.
I will.
So we can report on how the Army's doing and how that affects your choices going into the next month. Have you kind of pre-planned?
I had a real good plan out until the General's Handbook came out, and so I'm looking. I'll definitely be adding more witch elves.
Okay.
Because once you get up to 30, it was only a 30-point increase because of the discount for every 30.
Right.
and so running 30 is still going to be the thing.
Yeah, that's
so,
going to make
so
sense.
people that hate going against 30 witch elves, that's still going to happen. That's not changing. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we'll get a game.
Do you feel like you have a
and-
good basis then for an army when you're done with all this? I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
so, good.
Yeah.
Well,
And I don't know the way we're progressing. I doubt I'll ever fit Marathian. Maybe at the tail end, but she's what 480, I think.
oh yeah. Then
So I mean, she might
probably
be,
not in this, but when you want to go to 2,000 points,
Exactly.
that's an easy jump.
I was gonna
Bam,
say,
one model.
She'll be the. Now I've got my standard army.
2,000
so,
point army. There we go.
Yeah. Perfect.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Awesome.
thanks, Cliff.
Yep. Looking forward to it. And
We'll get a game
see
in
you next
soon.
time. Yes, sir.
All right. And then we have our nominated Best Dressed General.
Hey, Chris.
Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Now, you missed our first interview, right?
Yes.
You were out of town, and but so tell us about your army.
Okay, I went with Fire Slayers. When friends introduced.
I don't think your mic's on.
Nope.
We'll try that again. There we go.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. So Jason went with Fire Slayers. So
Yep.
he's our other Fire Slayers player, and so run down your list really quick, and then
Okay.
let's talk about.
I went with the Rune Father.
Okay.
The Rune Smiter.
Okay. These are on foot, not on Magma Draw.
Correct. These
Okay.
are both on foot. Couldn't afford 500 points.
Okay.
One Magma Droth would be half my army. I went with 10 Volkite Berserkers
Okay.
and 5 Hearthguard Berserkers.
Oh,
with
wow, okay.
the not with the axes, but with the
Oh, they have the guns or
no the chains.
the chain weapons.
The
Okay.
chain weapons.
Okay.
Yeah. And the paint scheme, it took some time, but I decided I didn't want to go traditional flesh and orange. I went with a dark gray flesh,
Like an ashen.
like
skin.
yeah. So my theme is like rising from the ash, and I'm going with a blue flame instead of orange flames.
Okay.
So the last 2 weeks I've been playing with their faces, trying to figure out the right way to get a cracked lava
Right.
effect.
With a blue flame underneath,
with,
though.
yeah, with a blue flame underneath it. And so I finally found a method that works. And
Nice.
So
Now you're new to painting, right? Like this is your
Correct.
first time painting an army, painting models in general, other than maybe some D&D figures back in the day.
way back in the day.
Okay.
And it was more just throw paint on a figure. It was never real.
Okay.
Nothing like this.
Well, now you have
So-
a community, see people pushing you.
Yeah, this
So-
has been great. So I'm really enjoying painting, but it's taken me 2 to sometimes 3 hours to finish one, and that's
Okay.
paint time.
When
And-
you're a new painter, that's going to happen. You'll
Yeah.
you'll speed up as you gain brush control and just practice and experience with
Yeah.
it.
And I find I'll paint one area and then realize, okay, well now I got to go in with another color and then go back to that original color because it's the highest pieces and I can't avoid hitting certain spots. So,
Right.
but it's fun. And I also have not gotten a game in.
Okay.
Because just timing and whatnot.
Sure.
But I am looking forward to seeing how they play.
What I'm taking from this is that our Age of Sigmar players are all slackers.
I'm enjoying painting
Except
too
Sean.
much. If you take time to play, you can't paint. So.
No, I get it. And I mean, you do have a little more time to really experiment with the army, but yeah, I definitely want to see how your Fire Slayers do. It sounds like a very different list than the one that Matt's taking too, and a very different color scheme as well. So it'd be really cool to see those on the
Yep.
board and
I have
see
about-
what happens.
I have about 6 more to paint.
Okay.
And I've been over the last week looking at the next 500 points, and I have no idea where I'm going yet.
Okay.
But
Well,
it'll be an adventure.
get a game in. That'll help.
Yeah,
You'll
exactly.
start to see like holes that you need to shore up, or like
Yep.
something new you want to add in to surprise your opponent with. Or
I can do that.
yeah, it's some fun stuff. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the whole thing done. We'll get some pictures, like I said, in about a month here,
Yep.
and we'll see. But thanks for showing up today.
All right.
And yeah, good luck on your game this month. then.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
I think our audience knows this, guys. If you guys tune in on Thursday nights for our immersion RPG, this is Omboth the Paladin here.
The peaceful.
Peaceful Paladin. Real quick, Jason, as you leave the studio, can you tell our 40K guys to start coming in, please? Thank you. All right, so refresh. You're playing Khorne Bloodbound, right?
I am.
Or Khorne, sorry, Blades of Khorne now.
Blades of Corn.
Blades
yeah.
of Khorne, not Bloodbound anymore. Now,
Yeah.
you're going primarily Mortals, though, right?
Yep, I'm going only mortals.
Okay.
So I've actually
I started with the box set, the Getting Started box, which has 3 of the Mighty Skull Crushers, which are the mounted guys on Juggernauts. And it's got, I believe, 10 Blood Warriors, and it's got 1 Slaughter Priest. So, and it's...
Is that your 500-point list then?
Yep.
Or is that...
So it's 480 points.
Okay.
So I figured it was a perfect way to start. I've been done painting them been done with painting for, gosh, like a week and a half, 2 weeks now.
So you've had plenty of time to get games in then.
Yeah, well, yes. So I did play one just against one of my buddies who's not part of the General's Journey or anything, who plays Stormcast, or Stormcast Eternals, and the Mighty the Mighty Skull Crushers are terrifying.
Even against Stormcast.
Terrifying. So when I played against him, I used my Slaughter Priest to give them the Bronze Flesh, I believe, the Bronze Flesh, which is +1 to their saving throw.
Okay.
And
That's
so
gotta
they
make
had
them scary.
a 2-up save with 5 wounds apiece. And he took a very what are those kind of the sniper guys with the 2 damage, -2 rend.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of their names, like Vanguard Raptors or something.
Yeah, Raptors or something like that. And anyways, so he was focusing solely on my Mighty Skull Crushers, and I went through 2 units of 5 Sequitors before I got to them, and he had only killed off 1.
Now you're getting the charges off, right?
Yeah, so...
Okay. I've played against Mighty Skull Crushers before, but I've always been the one to charge them and bog them down, and they always seem less effective then.
Yeah, they're they're a lot less effective if they can't get the charge.
But you throw 30 Plague Bearers at a unit of them, and they'll just sit there forever.
It takes a really long time.
But yeah, if they charge, though, they seem terrifying on the charge.
Yeah, they are, and that's kind of what you really have to play smart with them, because if you don't, I gave them the Ensorcelled Axes, I believe, or whatever it is, where it's just 3 to hit, 3 to wound, no rend.
Okay.
As opposed to their glaives where they get a -1 rend.
Right.
But worse to wound, or to hit, I believe. One of the two. So.
But sounds like you're having some success with them
Yeah,
already.
they're a lot of fun. I really like them.
Now, you've played Khorne before. This is not your first foray into a Khorne army, right?
Correct.
Now,
So
you were demons and mortals last time, or?
Yeah, I had a mix of both last time I played them. And the demons are really powerful. I really like the Khorne demons as far as like how well you can do with them. But just me personally, I like the mortal models a lot more. So that's just kind of my style, is like the heavily armored, like lots of metal and humans.
So Blood Warriors, of course, and then the Mighty Skull Crushers too. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun though.
Do you have your next 500 points planned out yet?
Yeah, actually, I got the Gore-Tide box set, which comes with 10 of the Blood Reavers.
Yep.
And I know I said I wasn't going to do. I wanted to do solely like heavily armored guys. But anyways, it comes with 10 of the Blood Reavers, which are the light infantry.
Right.
When properly buffed, are terrifying. And then 5 Blood Warriors and a Blood Secrator and a Blood Stoker and a Korgorath.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah, I think I've been messing around with the contrast paint, and I know like you and I had talked before, and I was like, I'm not super impressed with it.
Right.
So I've really been toying with that, and I think it's just like I have to get more used to it. Like especially because you really have to base those white or a light color.
Yes.
And that's the hard part for me, because I always see little tiny spots that I missed, like in a skull socket and that really bothers me, is like a little tiny white part.
So you can try this, and it's worked for me pretty well. Is still prime your model black, and then Zenithal the Wraithbone or Greyseer spray over the top of it from an angle, and then those deep recesses and stuff will still stay black.
I'll have to try that.
It's one extra step, but it's fast and it works pretty well.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing your army. I haven't seen your army in person yet, and I know in a few weeks we'll be taking photos. But
awesome,
come and get some.
I'll get a game.
Yeah,
I'll get in the game
Please
this coming week.
So, are you excited to get this army all the way to 1500 then, and maybe beyond? And
Absolutely.
Keep this one?
No. Just I really for me, I enjoy the painting aspect of it so much. And so it's like I don't really care that much if I win or lose. I'm competitive and I like to win, but it doesn't really bother me all that much when I don't. I like the painting part of it, and I
Sure.
like trying new things. And I think especially,
So you tend to get an army done, sell it, and then start a new army.
yep. I don't know. I don't like to hoard like tons and tons of guys. I
Once
like
again, that
to,
was all English, and it didn't make any sense to me.
That's true, but that's because I'm corn, and we like to have elite units. So
Got it. I like
So, yeah.
I like to hoard tons and tons of models. It's fun. I love painting too, though. I understand that,
yeah,
and I have sold armies in the past too, so I can't really
No.
fault that.
oh, it's fun. I love it.
If
Though.
your hobby can fund your hobby, then it's a
That's
good way to go.
It's exactly what I told my wife that I would do. Is I would spend an initial chunk of money on it, and then that was it. And that's pretty much what I've done.
Nice,
So
nice.
it's cool.
We'll have to get a game in soon. And
Absolutely.
It'd be fun to play against some corn, and I've played against some mortals before, but not usually the heavy stuff. Like a lot of people take like big units of Blood Reavers,
Yeah,
and so it'd be fun to play against the smaller elite units and see how it plays out.
absolutely.
Cool.
I'm excited, man.
All right, Mike. Well,
Cool.
hey, thanks for stopping in the chat today.
You got it.
All right, and that is the last of our Age of Sigmar players. And so our 40K guys are slowly showing up. I think I told them around 2 o'clock. How are we shooting on time, production? Okay, so we got about 18 minutes, but I have a couple of them here already. So we're gonna go ahead and introduce our first general for 40K. The most despised player in our 40K circle this month. So tell us a little bit about your army.
I'm
And yourself, of course, your name.
my name's Lane. I play Zinch Demons. My army was just 11 pink horrors with a demonic icon and a chaos instrument. And then a unit of 3 flamers
Yep,
and a change caster.
that's all.
That's it.
Just 14 models.
Yep, and 250 points. It's actually 247 points.
Yep. And how many games did you get in?
I got 3 games in.
And how many of those did you win?
I won 3 games.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It worked out pretty well for me.
Yeah, I'd say talking to the other players, they're terrified of your army at this point.
I don't blame them.
Okay.
Zinch Demons are really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think in the smaller point totals, that makes them even a little better.
Well, the fact that you basically have a 4-up invulnerable army wide
Right.
is really potent.
It is. Yeah.
Because like guys who've taken weapons like get that rend and try to like increase their chances at these small games,
Right.
it doesn't do anything.
Yep. I just have that 4+ all the time.
Yep. And then the flamers are multi-wound too, right? They have 2 wounds each.
They do have 2 wounds each. Yeah.
Okay. And they don't split or anything. Flamers
No.
don't. Okay. That's Age of Sigmar where they come back if you kill them.
Right.
But you do have some good synergy because like your hero buffs your,
Right. The hero gives a +1 strength for Locus of Zinch.
which affects the strength of their shooting weapons as
Correct.
well.
Because all their shooting weapons are based off the model strength.
Right. So
Yeah.
it makes them. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the game you and I played was probably the closest game you had.
Yeah. You did the best out of everybody. You killed my entire army except for my change caster.
Yep.
And
he
I
was half dead.
killed your whole army except for your.
Yeah, we were just duking out our generals just in hand to hand at the end, and then he had to cheat and use psychic powers.
I mean, you tried. I was just the first one to get smart off.
That's true. But your other games were a little more one-sided.
Yeah. When I played against Marines, it was Nick's army. I forget.
Imperial Fist.
Imperial
Primaris
Fist.
army.
He actually killed 4 of my pink horrors right off the bat, and then I rolled a 1 from my battle shock and got 4 of them back.
Oh, that's right. I saw part of that game.
And then so I shot him a lot, cast smite at him.
And his guys don't get to come back like yours.
Right.
So
And then there was another time he killed 5 of them, and I rolled a battle shock test of 1 and got 5 back later in the game. It was pretty in my favor.
That's awful.
And then the other one I played against Tau, Lane against Tau.
Okay, the other lane, yeah.
And I pretty much killed him with shooting and smite.
Yeah, outshot a Tau army.
Yep.
That's my experience with Zinch Demons.
Well, I mean, pink hordes have the Assault 2 18-inch range.
I know.
Hit on 4s, wound on 4s.
Well, hit on 4s, wound on whatever. Basically.
Right.
Strength, but yeah.
Right. Most of the time it's 4.
Well, against Tau, it's going to be a 3.
That's true.
Your strength 4 with your buff. So what are you adding? What's...
Well, this next week I'm adding 2 models.
You figure you already have the numbers down.
I got
so
the
now
numbers
now
down,
it's time
so-
to add some power. Your army's lacking power, so you got to add some power to it.
Exactly. So I'm
Okay.
adding a Soul Grinder
A Soul Grinder.
and a Exalted Flamer.
Nice.
It's exactly 250 points.
Nice. So bring it to about almost 500.
Yep.
And we have pictures already of Lane's army on our website, chaoticnight.com. So make sure you check those out. We'll be adding them to our social media as well here soon, as well to our Facebook page. Possibly Twitter as well. I'm not the Twitter guy, but yeah, I know Facebook will have those pictures up soon. Check them out. His Zinch Demons look great. And this is the first army, like actual full army that you've attempted to paint, right?
Correct, yes.
You've done a little bit of painting here and there, but never really got into, just kind of dabbled.
Right.
Not your favorite hobby?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's tedious.
Are the contrast paints making it any easier for you?
A lot easier, actually. Like, my first attempt at using them was a little iffy because I put it on too thick.
Okay.
But as I kept going, though, it worked out. It actually makes it a lot faster because just doing one coat instead of multiple layers.
Right. Like layering and shading.
Right.
Do it in one thick coat.
And try to
instead, like,
blend it
thick coat.
together. That was pretty tough.
Yeah. Blending colors is always tough. So check out his flamers on the website once again. They look really good, and he was blending purples and blues on them. Cool. Well, it sounds like it's going to be scary to go up against with the Soul Grinder on there, but we'll see. We'll have to throw it on again because
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun in that game, even though I was utterly crushed and defeated
By 2 wounds.
by 2 wounds. I want to see how you fare when I get to bring some numbers now and a little bit of
Yeah,
strength,
are you
too,
adding quite a bit?
Yeah, I'm adding 15 Poxwalkers. And a
Okay,
vehicle
so
and
you'll
a
have
Blade
numbers
Marine.
too.
Yep. So cool. Well, Lane,
All right.
thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, and we will bring on our next 40K general.
Oh, alrighty.
Kabe, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, Cass?
Good, good.
Awesome.
Anybody who watches RPG Out of the Box knows Kabe there. What's your
How's it
character
going?
name on there again?
I am Nordric Westrot. It
That's
definitely
right.
was not going to be Westeros. I definitely did not almost white Westeros on there.
Awesome. So what are you playing? You're playing a version of Space Marines in this? Is that right?
Thousand Suns.
Thousand Suns. That's right.
So we're gonna have Zinch right back to back on interviews. So,
Mhm.
and honestly, it's gonna be a little similar for answers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How many games did you end up getting in?
I ended up playing. I think it was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 3 games.
And are you 3-0 right now?
The last one I cannot count as a win. We'd end up not being able to finish it.
Okay.
So we'd call it as a flat draw. But otherwise, for all 3 of the games, the 2 I actually did win. And I don't know. I like Thousand Suns. I've never played them before at all, but man, they're mean.
I'm a big fan. I have a fully painted 2K and some change 1000K or
they're-
1000 Suns army. So yeah, I'm a big fan of them as well. So what are you liking about them? What's making them stand out to you? Because you play Tau and Orcs normally, right?
Yeah, Tau, Orcs, Space Marines. So I'm kind of used to, like the generalize of their weaponry and whatnot, but the thing that obviously stands out right off the bat is that all of their weapons are AP -2. They have a 2 rend on them right off the bat. Plus,
you got to play lane.
Yeah. I heard about that. That's rough.
And just watch your big advantage go away.
Yeah,
Like,
just it's gone. Another is just the fact that you also get to combine that with Bolter Discipline, because Heretic Astartes get that as well.
Yes.
And that's mean. It's almost cheating. And the fact that each sergeant is a weak psyker in itself. So
right. You get extra smites or other powers off.
exactly.
Have you been playing with the other powers, with the Thousand Suns specific powers?
I haven't been able to so far, just because the aspiring sorcerers, the sergeants and what have you, they only get to choose off of, I think it's the Discipline of Change is the only thing they get to take off of.
Okay.
They cannot take the heretic Astartes.
No, yeah,
side
they can only
or-
take the Zinch specific one.
Exactly. And so until I go over and get an actual Exalted Sorcerer in there and whatnot, I can't go over and delve into the other
Okay.
arts yet. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, I still get Glamour of Zinch. I still
Oh, yeah.
get yeah,
That's
all the
so-
fun.
That's so good.
Oh,
Glamour. That's the one that gives -1.
-1 to hit.
Hit, and then there's another one that you can put like Weaver of Fate.
Weaver of Fates, I think,
that gives
increases
+1 to their
the
invulnerable save.
Yeah, so I can have a
And
3
then you combine that with All Is Dust.
Yeah.
All Is Dust is a special rule they have that gives them +1 to their save, and it specifies including invulnerables as long as the weapon only has a damage characteristic of 1. And so you put that on like your Terminators, and they go from having a 5-up save, 4-up with Weaver, and then All Is Dust, and suddenly your Terminators have Storm Shields, even though they don't have
without
Storm
a
Shields.
without a storm
Yeah.
shield. It's crazy. It's odd how that works.
Yeah, I'm, like I said, big fan of Thousand Suns. Yeah, they're so much fun to paint and play, and
I've been having a blast, and actually, I've been quite enjoying painting, like
Good.
painting them specifically, just
Good.
because they're the scheme that I brought up is just simpler armor type with a little bit of trim on it and whatnot. I'm gonna get a little bit more exuberant when it comes to some of the larger models and some of the more detailed models that I have coming up, but for just the basic Joes,
well, you're doing pre-heresy, so
Yes, I'm trying
like
to-
red and is it red and steel?
it's
if I remember?
the red and silver
Yeah.
and whatnot. I think I'm basing them off of. I think it's the Brotherhood of Dust. I think is what I based them
Okay.
off of.
And you're using the reason I was thinking Space Marines when you sat down is because I remember taking the pictures of your models, and you're using Mark IV armor on these. Guys?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yep.
I'm using Mark IV Space Marines, and then the Scarab Occult Terminators are going to be the Tartaros
Tartarus
armor
pattern. Okay.
the tartar sauce patterns.
Yeah. So right now, what's your list? Your list is
Right now, it is 12 Marines, 12 rubrics, with 1 Warp Flamer in there, a Icon of Flame, and the Soul Reaper autocannon.
so no characters then.
No characters,
Oh,
it's
so
just
when I
one
took
unit.
pictures, I put your guy off as a character. So.
Oh,
I have a picture with all of them together as well, and I have a picture of just him by himself.
yeah,
So-
that guy is
I
just
thought
the
he was a
aspiring.
character.
That's
My
just the
bad.
aspiring sorcerer.
Okay, well, once again, chaoticnight.com. You can go to our lineup. You can go to General's Journey, and the photos are already there. You have to check out his Marines; they look really good. What do you got planned for your next 250?
Much like Lane, I mean, if Zinch are going to go hand in hand and whatnot, I am just adding 2 models. That's
Okay.
it. I mean, it's not a what was it, Forge Fiend or something that he was at, or a
Oh, he's adding a Soul Grinder.
Soul
Demon,
Grinder.
Yeah.
Not even adding a Soul Grinder. It's, I mean, I can't say it's just, but it is a Contemptor Dreadnought, dual
Yeah.
fists with Storm Bolters in the hands.
Okay.
So I will still, with him, get the
oh
bolter.
man, like
discipline.
That's like 8 shots a turn, even if
Uh-huh.
he moves, right?
And I believe
Oh.
I'll have to double check with the rules and whatnot, but I believe it's still AP -2 on it for his Inferno.
I don't know if he has Infernal or not.
If not, oh, he might not. But if not, then either way, it's still just
Still,
a
it's 8
it's
shots,
yeah,
8
it's an
bolter
8.
shots from one guy, and then when he gets in hand to hand, you won't worry about an AP anymore
Nope.
because those Power Fists are pretty good AP.
I will not need a single thing of hand to hand with it. And then the other guy is my what is going to be my army's warlord is my Exalted Sorcerer.
Awesome. Is he on a disc or is he on foot?
Nope, he's just slugging it. He's
Okay.
just walking around. One thing that I did end up finding early on that I am a little worried about 4,000 Suns, and I didn't realize until the rule essentially exploded in my head, was I gotta be very wary of aspiring sorcerer sergeants' perils.
Yes.
Because if they perils, because they only have 1 wound, and if you die on perils,
They can, I believe the way the rules work when they have the Brotherhood of Sorcerers is any model in the unit can be removed as a casualty.
is it any? But I
I
mean,
believe
I'm
so.
still taking.
You're losing guys though.
I'm
if you perils.
losing a fistful of guys,
Beefy
and
guys every time. So
and if I keep rolling like I do, it's always going to be 3. Because I always roll a 5 every time for that. I can't be like Lane, where it's like, oh, I need a leadership, and it's a 1. And it's like, oh, I need leadership, and I need less than 4.
So you guys need to play each other because you guys are both pretty much undefeated with your 3 games. I mean,
Yeah.
a draw on 2 wins and he's at 3 wins. So we gotta get you guys. We gotta see who the real chosen of Zinch is, Thousand Suns, or if it is the demon side.
Yeah,
So,
I get. I'll see if he's a free for. I mean, I'm assuming he is at some point in the month for a 500. Once I go
Oh,
over
yeah.
and get my other guys painted up and whatnot.
Yep. Cool. Well, it sounds good. Are you excited to take this all the way to 1500 or beyond?
Yes, for a couple reasons. Because A, this is, again, like I've said, this is an army that I've never played before. I've only
Right.
just kind of seen from an outside perspective on how they play. And this will actually be this will be my only army that will be fully painted, based, and tabletop complete because I'm normally the builder aspect of the hobby. So I'm running around in gray a lot.
Yep.
Actually, all the time. So
before you go, I'm going to ask you one more question.
Yeah.
This has actually nothing to do with General's Journey,
okay.
but I know that you're one of the players who you tend to collect really big armies.
Yes.
Are you excited for Apocalypse dropping this week?
I am interested to see how it is. I am kind of waiting on bated breath, as it were, just because adding in the extra dice systems and whatnot.
Yeah,
of
it's a
it,
different game. It's not
Yeah.
40K.
It's not for it's 40K associated.
Yeah,
It's 40K adjacent.
40K light rules wise, what it looks like, or a bridge maybe might be a better
Yeah.
word. But I know you have a lot of big stuff too. I
Yes.
know you have a lot of Forge World models. I know you have.
Specifically, orcs is where
How many Stompos do you have?
I'm working on my 5th.
Okay, so
Number 5.
you got some. He has some big toys, and then you have like Gorkanaut, Morkanaut. Those.
I've
couple
got-
of those.
I think I only have 1 Gorkanaut, but I have like 15 Killicans. I have like 8 Def Dreads. I've also
Okay.
got both variants of the kill tanks for orcs.
Oh, the big the big
Yeah.
kill tanks from Forge World. Okay, so yeah, you have some stuff ready. So
Just a little.
you'll be ready to do some Apocalypse. when
I
it
could
drops,
I could
so.
probably put together an Apocalypse Force.
It's all painted, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
That was sarcasm.
It's not nowhere close. I think I have 4 models of my orcs painted.
And how many orc boys do you have?
Orc boys painted or half
No,
period?
how many orc boys do you have?
I think
We over 200.
280.
So
I just got a bunch new that were unbuilt. So
yeah, that orc flesh works great.
is it okay?
Oh yeah, I've been using it on my fantasy orc, so works great. So
Awesome.
There you go.
I haven't touched any of the contrast paints.
Yo.
I'm using old paints, like ones with still the glass.
We'll have to get together. I'll have to show you how to use it because man, yeah, they do some good stuff.
Awesome. Well, I've seen
Cool.
some of your things in there. They're
Cool. Well, I once again, photos are up online. I am excited to see how your army grows, and we'll have to get a game in soon.
awesome. Absolutely. I'm game for
Cool.
a match anytime.
All right. Well, thanks, Kale.
Absolutely. Chaos.
If you can, when you're done here, if you can check and see if any of our other 40K players have shown up, other than the one I have coming on the screen right now.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Now, I know your dad couldn't be here today because
Yeah.
he had a work schedule conflict. So we'll talk about his army real quick because you got to see him play a little bit with it.
Yeah,
Since he
I
can't be
actually
here.
have played against him.
Okay, how's his army do?
It's actually pretty good. We played a 250 point game.
Okay.
I ate him alive
Okay.
because it's 18-0 of Boulevard. What can he do?
Right. And he only
Well,
has 3 Custodes right now.
Yeah, he has 3
He took a
custodian
serious
guards.
point hit though the first month.
Yeah.
He only has like 170 points, 180 points somewhere around there. So
Yeah.
okay.
He took 3 guard with sword shield. That's still pretty mean. Like, it's not even 250 points, and it's kind of hard to go against. But when you're missing a single point because you have gene stealers and a giant gene stealer, it's kind of hard to go against that. You don't know what to do. 'Cause
So
they
did you
can-
play any other games or did you just play against his Custodes?
I played against his Custodes twice.
Okay.
We did a 250 point game. So we did a 2v2 game.
Okay.
Tag team of, I believe, Zine. I think we did Thousand Suns and Tyranids versus the Custodians and Imperial Fists.
Okay.
And we were like, Custodians can't go unchecked. We ate them alive first. It's like they cannot go unchecked, so they can't live.
Just got to kill them first.
Gotta kill them first. We didn't even touch the Imperial Fists until after they were alive, until they were dead. And I gotta admit, I was like scooping Gene Stealers. I had like 3 and a Brood Lord at half health. At the end of the fight, I was like, we haven't even touched Imperial Fists yet. It was looking a bit grim. But then again, my teammate still was pretty much unscathed also. So I was looking pretty bright, at the same time pretty grim, because I was like, I might die.
So, you've played Tyranids before this. This is not your first time playing Tyranids, right? I
Yes.
mean, you have, what, 4 to 6 months playing before we did this? Okay. And are you liking what you took so far?
Yes. It's going amazing. And then, so for the second battle against the custodians, we decided to try our 1,500 point list to see how that would go.
Okay, so you brought the whole thing down.
We just brought the whole thing down. It was like, I want to see if I'm making right choices. I think I am.
Okay.
That ended in pretty much a draw
Okay.
because we didn't have enough time.
Okay.
So technically I won, but we had to call it good because we had only a few minutes before I had to go. But he would have gotten a bunch of points, and I would have gotten a bunch of points right after that. And so we there was no way to tell who would have won, so we called it a draw. But so far I'm undefeated.
So how many games did you play then altogether then?
3.
Okay. Oh, so we have 3 players with 3 games and no losses. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it works out. Now, what are you adding for your next 250 points here?
2 models.
Man, maybe we should take a cue from these guys because they've all been winning. They're only adding 2 models this month. What are you adding?
Really? Another Gene Stealer.
1 more Gene Stealer.
And a Flyrant.
And a Flyrant. Okay.
They're terrifying.
They are.
He's my Warlord too.
Yeah.
He is mean.
Yep. No, I've used them before and I've faced against them before. They are scary. So, and you're enjoying the color scheme you came up with?
Yes, I'm loving it. It's relatively easy.
Okay.
It really brings out the buggy look in them. And I tried out the contrast paints. I don't know what to do for my acid mods and toxic sets and stuff. Oh, well, there's this really awesome contrast paint. Let's try Plague Bearer Flesh. And then we put in some so many paints. I have 5 different browns though. That's one of the downsides.
Right, you guys ordered some paints too, like some Vallejo colors or...
Yeah, and my varnish didn't get here on time, so we had to spend extra money and get me another varnish from here.
Okay.
And then it literally got here. I finished spraying on my varnish, and probably about half an hour later, my satin varnish got here. It's like I still like the gloss varnish more. It gives them like this shade.
Well, your models look good. We got pictures, once again, pictures on chaoticnight.com under lineup, under the General's Journey. And you can see it's cockroach themed, right?
Yeah.
Different browns and tan shades. There's a little bit of iridescent in there as well. Check those out. And then his dad, of course, is playing Custodes, and you can see the picture of his 3 models there. He's using the camera doesn't catch it as well. Like if we had videoed his models, it would have been better because they're a color shifting paint. So as you change the angle and the lighting, they do change color as well. Not the best for photography, but for a video, they'd probably look really good. We have to do that later.
I did actually slap on some of the contrast paints.
Or the color changing.
And the color changing.
Yeah,
also.
I saw that on the Carapace shell.
Yeah, I put one
on your
layer of
Broodlord
Royal
especially.
Burgundy. We put 2 layers of Royal Burgundy on the carapaces, and it gives it like this really cool blue, pinky, purple shade.
Very insect shell, yes.
Yes, and we did Darth Blue. It's supposed to go from red to blue, but it looks more like a blacky blue. And we did a blue highlight on the talons, and we did it on all the talons. And I think it really gives it this claw Shing sword type. It's going to slash you into bits type.
Right.
Thing.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your army grow. I love Tyranids, you know. I mean, I have a really big Tyranid army too. And
I know, you have some stuff I just like drool at. It's like, I want it.
Well, are you excited to see Apocalypse come too? Because I know you're talking about wanting to play big games. So
yeah, I'm breaching probably 5,000 points of Tyranids.
You'll definitely have enough for Apocalypse.
Maybe, and I really want the set for Apocalypse because it has stuff I not being able to get my hands on.
Oh, the new detachment box, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, it has 2 Carnifexes, a Trigon,
another Tyrant, I think, too.
A Hive Tyrant, which you can build as a Flyrant, too.
How many Flyrants do you have right now?
Well, I have 1 Flyrant, but I also got
but you have a Swarm Lord,
but I have
too.
a Swarm Lord that I got from a friend for Christmas.
Nice. Nice. Well, hey, thank you so much. Are you going by Will still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I really don't care anymore.
Okay.
Thanks,
Hey,
Chaos.
do me a favor. Go send Denactum back in.
Okay.
Yep, and let them know we're getting ready to wrap up here. Unless there's any more 40K players who've come in.
Okay.
All right. Thank you much.
All right. Thanks, Chaos.
All right, so we're gonna give a moment here and see if any of our other 40k players have actually shown up or not. I know Kragan, who is here, he is playing Imperial Fist. Due to work, he couldn't make it today either, and I believe Lane, who's playing Tau, couldn't make it either. Both of them have work schedules that keep them really busy. Kragan, especially this time of year. We're getting ready to gear up for Independence Day here, and he sells fireworks for a living, so it keeps him running pretty good. But yeah, so far we've had a really good turnout from our 40k crowd for coming in and playing games. Sounds like we're getting a lot more games in 40k. We have a few more players there as well, but it sounds like that's probably all we're going to get for our generals for 40k today. So thank you so much for tuning in today. If you haven't done so already, please follow us on Twitch TV. You're welcome to subscribe as well if you have Twitch Prime. We'll gladly have those Prime subscriptions if you guys want to throw them our way. If you don't know about that, Amazon does own Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can upgrade your Twitch Prime account for free and give out a free subscription every 31 days. Also, look for us on YouTube under Chaotic Knight Network, and you subscribe there for free as well. And then, of course, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. Twitter, we're under Chaotic Knight TV. But thank you so much for tuning in today. Next week, we will be showing up with more battle reports, this time for 40k, the first of a 3-part tree campaign that will be going through right out of the 40k rulebook. That'll be Lane playing his Iron Warriors versus my Necrons. Until then, thank you so much again for tuning in, and we will see you next time.